So often when we start photography, we always think we need the best equipment to get good photos. We'll look at a cool picture online and think, if only I had the lens they did. But we always tend to overlook the kit lens. This lens we just get with our camera can capture very sharp and detailed images, and with some editing, you can get some stunning results. Okay, so what you'll need, obviously, as I have in my bag, your camera, your kit lens, and maybe even a polarizing filter if you so choose and you have one like I do. Very important is your tripod and somewhere to shoot. Okay, so the kit lens doesn't have the best build quality, doesn't have the best, quickest autofocus, it doesn't really have that many good features at all. It doesn't even have full-time manual control. But it's still good glass and will give you sharp images. It actually gives you images sharper than a lot of other more expensive lenses offered by both Canon and Nikon. I keep talking about sharpness, but a real photographer would know that sharpness isn't everything. It's not the most important thing. Really, anyone can take a sharp image. I mean, as long as you know to use a camera. The most important thing is composition and just having a good eye. Unfortunately, I don't really, but I'll try anyways. The most important thing you're going to want to do is balance your shutter speed, ISO, and aperture really well, just because each shutter speed is going to make the water look different, and you want to keep it all in focus, but again, just so later you don't have that much noise, you want to keep a low ISO. Also, remember to take all your pictures in RAW format, so whenever you bring them into Lightroom or Photoshop, you can do a lot more with them. Okay, and for the final shot, I don't exactly like this composition, but I think it will, in the end it might look good. We're going to do HDR. HDR is basically, well, it stands for high dynamic range, and you've probably seen pictures, but basically what it's saying is you get the detail from everything. So you know, normally if you want to see the dark stuff, the things that are light, like well lit and bright, will be all blown out. So what it does is keeps the detail from all of them. So what you need to do is do something called bracketing, or you could do it manually. You want to take 3 separate shots. It's really up to you, but normally what you do is 2 stops underexposed, correctly exposed, and 2 stops overexposed. Or if you want to be more specific, you can expose the 3 parts of the image you want to. But on my camera, I'll just do bracketing, so I hit this button, and then I just turn the wheel until I get, see, now I have auto exposure bracketing where I have 3 shots there. And then I select the number, you know, how, like, the difference between the 3 exposures, but I want it 2 stops. So as you can see here, we have this image where it's really dark, like down here, you get all the detail, and then this one, the correctly exposed one, you get all of like the detail and like the leaves and everything, and mostly the bridge. And then this last one where this is dark, but then the sky and up around here where the sun's brighter, it looks good. So then you pretty much just combine them all using this new feature in Lightroom. Taking the photo is just one step of the whole production. Editing is a huge part of making the photo have that stunning, eye-catching appeal to it, I guess. So let's go to the studio where I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so now that we're in Lightroom, I'm going to just quickly go over some of the things I did for a few of the photos, because it would be boring if you just watched me edit the photos. So, I mean, for all of them, pretty much what I did was, you know, the exposure for most of them was pretty good. I just added a bit of contrast, I guess, brought out the different colors, sharpened it, reduced the noise, and of course, because this is just the kit lens and there will be quite a bit of distortion at the different focal lengths, I used lens correction in Lightroom nicely, figures that all out automatically. So I'll go to this photo. For this photo, I just kind of, I kept it with a cool white balance, so the water would still kind of have a bluish tint to it. So then keeping the greens and yellows behind it with a warmer yellow, it would give some nice contrast. I also brought out the darks a little and, you know, added some clarity and vibrance. For ones like this, I had some chromatic aberrations around here, and I just used the brush tool to kind of do my best to get rid of it. And I added a graduated ND filter so that I could make up here where the sun was, not as overexposed, I guess. I'll go to this photo next. This photo. For here, I wanted to keep the greens more of a green color, and I also added a post-crop vignette, which you can see, which kind of draws you in towards more here, and I think it just gives it a nicer look, especially because around here was already too close to the lens, so it couldn't be that in focus, even with f8. But the most important thing I wanted to show you was the HDR. So here's the 2 stops underexposed image, the correctly exposed image according to the camera, and the 2 stops overexposed. So instead of it manually going through in Photoshop and combining them all, either with the Photoshop's HDR feature or just going in manually, which takes forever, what you do is you select all 3 images here. You'll go to Photo, Edit in, Merge to HDR Pro in Photoshop. And this is a newer feature. And what it does is it combines the, data from all 3 images into one 32-bit file, which keeps, the data and detail from all 3 exposures into one, if that makes any sense. So it will take a while to load. It's not helped that I have all these things running. You'll just change it from what it was normally 16-bit to 32-bit. You don't need to change anything else. You'll just hit OK. It will create the file. And after you do that, you'll just hit File, Save. It will save as a TIFF, and then it will automatically be in Lightroom. So here's the final result. Very nice. I like it a lot. It has a lot of detail, very colorful. This image also turned out pretty sharp. I'll try to show you. Oh. Yeah. So a lot of detail. And also, because it has the data from all of the 3 exposures, you have a much wider range in exposure. So you can see here, you have very dark to all the way there. And as you can see, you have the detail all the way around, and you never really lose any of it because it has so much data, and it is quite a large file. So I just kind of, brought up the darks, stuff like that. Worked with the color a little. More noise reduction. I didn't have to do that much. I wanted to keep it nice and sharp. And it turned out pretty nicely. See, if I can do it, you can too. There's no right way to take a picture. The only wrong way is to not take one at all. So my advice is just go out there and try it. Not every shot will look that great, but you learn. So I hope this was helpful. If you want more help and you want to stay up to date, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Would this be a far jump if I try jumping now?
Yes.
I mean, if I
No. Bad idea.
I really don't want to do this.
Too bad.
No. Okay. Do you know? I'm ignoring what you said. Oh. Okay. So I just need to get myself to this log over here. Ugh.